Are you intrigued by history and science that have contested explanations? Ever thought, I'm definitely smarter than my friends, but not as smart as the experts? Then join Craig and Dave as they explore the mysteries of who the why the and how the will they actually find the answers? Probably not, but they'll have a good time trying. Welcome to Craig and Dave's Sci-Piece.
All right, welcome back for another episode of Craig and Dave's Sci-Piece. We're going off the books on this one.
We're going off the rails.
Right? Hot off the presses for this one.
Yeah. Yep.
Some breaking news out of Egypt.
Yeah. We it was funny. I sent Dave an article. Now
It took 25,000 years to get here.
yeah. I sent Dave an article. We just talked about it in the last episode. We've talked about it pretty much in all the episodes, how mainstream archaeology a lot of times wants to just stick with what they have, what they think they know, and because they've written so much and done so much on it, they don't want to change things.
Yeah, they don't want to look like fools and be discredited.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be those fools.
Well, we'll be those fools, exactly. But there was some word came out of Egypt. Geologist, archaeologist did some research down there, and what he did was he checked the erosion patterns on known structures built by certain dynasties, like
in the same area. So they're exposed to the same weather patterns, everything.
Yeah, so they went to these temples that they know, okay, this dynasty definitely built this. We have written documentation of them building this. We know they did it.
So they can measure, they know the time frame and what the erosion looks like over that time frame, and they can kind of go backwards.
So he measured the erosion on those known structures, and then he went to the pyramids, the 3 pyramids.
He did 12 independent points around the pyramids.
Yes, and he measured the erosion on those and came up with the reasoning that the pyramids are much older.
Yeah, on average, about 25,000 years old.
Yes.
Not the 3 or 4 that they have been telling us.
Yeah, exactly. They claim that these pyramids, this guy thinks, and he's probably right, that those pyramids were there way longer. The Egyptians found them and just started.
Seems like a good spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Built temples around them, did this stuff. We know there was Robert Schoch, and I want to say I know his last name was West. Was a researcher. He wasn't really a scientist. He was a researcher. Was the one who went to the Sphinx and looked at the Sphinx and said, now, just as a person who does research, he looked at it and said, this looks like water erosion.
Yep. Around the whole base of it.
Around the whole base of it and stuff. And he took pictures and he went to a bunch of geologists and he blocked out the picture and just showed, so it just looked like
Close-ups.
a wall.
Yeah.
Close-ups. And he said, what is this? What type of erosion is this? And every single one of them said, that is textbook 101 water erosion. And then he showed them the actual picture, and they were like, get away from me. Leave.
Yeah. Yep.
Except for Robert Schoch, who is out of, I think it's Boston University, actually. Was a geologist.
There's a bunch of liberals in Boston. That makes sense.
Yeah. And he was a geologist, and he was blown away by it. He's like, this is water erosion. So he went with them went with them to Egypt, and he was like, and he's looked, and he's like, yes, that's exactly what this is.
Yeah. That desert's not that old.
And they immediately tried to discredit him. They immediately did all this stuff, said he was a, pseudoscience, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The guy was a professor at a major university. He was a professor of geology at a major university for years, an established geologist who knows what he's talking about. So now you've got this new
Actual science.
this new finding of the pyramids being much older. Now, one of the things that I liked that they pointed out too was the fact that the new so the three pyramids, the Great Pyramid, and the Pyramid of Khafre, Khufu, and whatever, I forgot exactly.
Yeah, the big three.
The big three.
Yeah.
They were built with such precision and like they're exact, and they were incredible. Then there was pyramids that were built after those pyramids that we know were built after those pyramids. For years. There's hundreds of them everywhere.
Yeah, not just in Egypt either.
And they're not as good as those.
Nope.
They're not as precise. It looked like they were trying to mimic,
To replicate what was already there.
what was already there. And it took them. You have the bent pyramid. You have the black pyramid that fully collapsed.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They tried so many times to do these things, and so you've got the bent pyramid. Then they started doing step pyramids, almost like you have
in South America.
like you see in South America, the step pyramids. They built those. Then they just started like getting a little better at it. But you don't go from building the best pyramids ever
To a bunch of shitty ones.
to a bunch of shitty ones. Like, we got lucky on those three. Like, you know what I mean?
Glad those worked out.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I had to kill all the good slaves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And one of the cool things I always thought about the pyramid,
They just ran out of Jews.
yeah. The other thing I found when I showed it to you, that picture too, is everybody thinks that the pyramids are four-sided. They're not.
No, they're like
eight-sided.
Yeah, they got a slight little
They
like
got a slight
bow.
concave,
Yeah.
It goes in to a point in the middle of each side. It's concave, like it's weird. So you can only see it from the top. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is kind of cool, but it's so precise.
Has to be.
It's very slight, but it's so exact. And then, like I said, they built these things, they were exact, and then you see these other structures that they tried to replicate it and just didn't work out as much.
Yeah.
So that proves to me the fact that they found that this complex was there. The pyramids were there. The Sphinx was there.
They're trying to rebuild the civilization that was lost.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what a lot of this science is pointing to now.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's not like geology is guessing. Like you've got
yeah.
comparisons to make from thousands and thousands of samples, and it all looks the same.
Exactly. And my thing too is you think so when those pyramids were built at that time, it wasn't all desert there.
Right.
It was lush. It was fertile land. You had the Nile River and other rivers that came off of it,
Right.
that have now since gone away. Why wouldn't you settle there?
Right.
Why would you say, you know what, I'm going to build this giant kick-ass pyramid in the
That
dirt,
no one can get to.
in the sand over here, and it sucks getting water. Like,
You think those people were just like, you know what we need? A giant kick-ass pyramid.
yeah, exactly. Like,
We'll be the coolest kids in the desert.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you look at other things too, if you look at the burial chambers, the Valley of the Kings, you look at the temples like Luxor and all these other areas around, they're loaded with hieroglyphics.
Yep.
Loaded.
Not one in any pyramid.
Not one in any pyramid.
No.
None.
Not a one.
No mummies have ever been found in any pyramid. Nothing.
That's because that's not what they were.
That's not what they were. They were giant power plants.
That's right.
Yeah. That's exactly what they were. And there's tons of evidence that points to it.
I can't wait to that to come out. It's going to happen.
It's-
I can't wait for
it's-
that guy who's in charge of all the Egyptian antiquities to die.
Zahi Hawass is the biggest emergency brake
He is
ever.
the worst.
He's blocked everything. Anytime anybody's ever come up with an idea, anytime anybody's come up with a different theory, he immediately shoots it down.
Because he's afraid he won't be the guy anymore.
Yeah, and he's very much. It's a lot of it is biased towards Egyptians. He's like, because he's an Egyptian. He's like, this is my culture. This is, and
Yeah,
he
'cause if
doesn't
it-
want to say it's not.
Because if it's predates the Egyptian dynasties, it's no longer Egyptian.
It's no longer Egyptian. It was they found it and just worked off of it.
Yeah.
And that becomes,
But, like,
but who cares?
cares?
I mean, they still did amazing things. The obelisks, all these crazy
Right.
giant things that are all over the place are incredible. They still did amazing stuff. But you look at like we said, the Sphinx. Now there was, this is one thing about Zahi Hawass, and this has come out. There's a chamber underneath the Sphinx. They've known about it forever, and there's plenty of rooms under it. They think that it actually might even go to one of the pyramids.
Yeah, there's like a whole complex under it.
Yeah, and he always refused anybody to do any excavation there. He refused for years, but in the late 90s, he got a team of like a documentary team, like a production team.
Yeah.
From the UK in the late 90s. They went to the Sphinx. He opened it, and they went in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they went in. They found some stuff. They were looking around. They did some stuff, and he shut it down. As soon as he shut it down, he made them hand over all of the video. He made them sign non-disclosure agreements.
Made it so it never happened.
And made it so it never happened. And why would you do that? What did he find? What did he see? And this is documented. This isn't like just a story that you heard.
Yeah, because there was footage that was found.
Now
made
they just found footage not too long ago. There's some footage that was found of them entering and going in.
Love it.
And he denies it. He says all this stuff, but he'll say something. Oh, we couldn't get in there. It was blocked. Blah blah blah. He's a liar.
Yep.
Basically, that's all I can say about him. He shits on everybody, on all these other archaeologists that go there to do work.
He wants to be the guy.
Yeah.
But at some point, sooner or later, like we're gonna get more and more. Like last year, we heard about the power plant stuff they found underneath the pyramids. We're hearing about this geology study now, and it's just like there's too much starting to build up that you can't just shrug it off.
Too many things are pointing in different directions other than what they want it to go, and it's not going to go that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the pyramids, they know you've got all these chambers. There's nothing in them. There's no hieroglyphs. There's no nothing. The walls are coated in residue of certain acids and
which are conductive.
And it's all these things. So they were filled with this stuff at some point. Why are they in there? It doesn't just naturally happen, So they were.
It's not because someone wanted an eggshell finish on the inside of their tomb.
Yep. And then the other thing is that one of the rooms, the main room, where they think that these chemicals were combined, and then you have the resonance, the vibrations of the earth, would cause these things to resonate and create power. The room itself, the floor and the walls are like glass.
Perfect.
The ceiling is all chiseled and chipped.
Yep.
And that was because they were tuning it.
Yeah, like we'll take a little piece off here.
Yeah, they just kept going until they got the right resonance, and then they stopped. So why would they do? It's right there. It's right there. Nobody wants to change anything.
It's because it's probably unlimited power.
That's the thing too. Someone gonna have to get killed for that.
Yeah,
Some guy that lived fucking 25,000 years ago is gonna have to get killed. Like Tesla, they have to take his notes.
Dude, in 2 years it's gonna be
take his papyrus.
It's gonna be the Great Pyramids at Giza, brought to you by OPEC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but I'm excited for more to keep coming out.
What's coming? Yeah,
it's cool stuff because I'd like to know what actually happened. What was it? Who built those things? Like,
who
I don't know, but
why'd they build it? What's it?
Yeah, I'm confident it's not what we have thought it's been.
Yeah, exactly.
Way older, and even the Sphinx, which is something we can get into separately. Was something wildly different than what we see.
It's the body of a lion with the tiny pharaoh head. It looked, of all the stuff they did that was perfect. That they did that.
Yeah, it looks like it came out of
we made the head wicked small. Sorry.
Well, like it came out of Sid's bedroom from Toy Story.
Yeah, exactly. That was a lion at one point, and they chiseled the head. Now the other thing is, and we'll have to talk about this another time too. But they found another one.
Yeah,
that is totally eroded. It's
Imagine
massive.
that.
And it's lion shaped and everything, and it's completely eroded. It looks like a pile of rocks, but they're like, no, wait a minute. This was something at some point,
Yep.
you know, and they've been looking at that too.
Yeah,
just
worn down, beat up,
yeah.
like Kid Rock's teeth.
Ba with the ba.
You don't need teeth for that song.
No, you don't. Yeah.
All right.
But
All right, so we
yeah.
should pick something for our next episode then,
yeah.
right? All right.
Definitely.
All right, let's see. I'll let you do the honors.
All right.
Let's see. What are we talking about for our
hopefully
next
I can pronounce
episode?
this one. Oh, I can. Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
I'm
Ooh.
actually excited about this
Nice.
one. Yeah.
All right.
This is a good one too.
All right. So thanks again for checking out Craig and Dave's Sci-Piece. Please go on, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find us on Spotify, any other streaming service. We do have a Facebook page, I think,
We do.
that Craig manages, so good luck.
Yeah.
We have an email. You can email us, cdscipiece@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, corrections, and hate mail.
Yep. Yeah. Send it on.
Send it on. And if your name is Josh Gates, you get priority.
Exactly.
You'll be at least in the top 3 emails we read.
Right? Definitely.
All right, so check us out next time when we talk about Stonehenge.
Thanks for listening.